Okay, Charles, after the disappointments of the last few weeks, you must be really delighted after that performance.
Yeah, that's better. That's more like us. Scored 5 and could have scored comfortably another 5, and that's what more we're about. I thought we certainly attacked really well. We played at a really good tempo. That probably told a bit towards the end, if I'm honest. And when you've been on a bit of an indifferent run, even when they go down to 10, that's probably when we need to kick on again. And we did. We got a little bit safe, which is understandable. Obviously, we picked the one right at the end, but we had really good opportunities against 10 men to go and really put them to the sword. But they're a tough team to play against in the league, where they're on the league based on merit, and like I say, to win in as convincing a manner as we did is really pleasing.
Despite conceding 2 goals, were you happy with the defensive work from the FYLDE team?
Yeah, I think there's always ways you can ways to prevent goals. I wasn't overly happy with the first goal, although you can say it's a wonder strike, if you like, in the top corner. I'll still question why we only had a 2-man wall based on who's taking the free kick, because he's a goal scorer, he's a threat. I think he's the top scorer in the league, and he's not done a whole lot in the game. He smashed one in the top corner, and the next shot he's had, he's tucked inside, he's pulled his hamstring. But he'll do that, he will score goals, and when he's lining up, there's only one thing he's going to do, is shoot. Now if he put it in the top corner with 5, 6 foot plus players in the wall, maybe you would say it was a wonder strike, but we just let him have a free shot really, and didn't put him under any pressure to sort of produce. In saying that, like I say, it's one of them. It's gone in the stanchion. It's on the top corner. You can't really do anything to save it. But I think we can make it more difficult with how we set up. Second goal, again, just tired legs a little bit. We've given the ball away down left hand side, and obviously it's probably the one place you can score in terms of header, underside the bar and down and in. So some goals you can't, like I say, you can't prevent. There's lead ups to it that we can make it more difficult. But like I say, in general, what we had to do defensively, we did well. We again purposefully left ourselves a little bit more open today, and encouraged people to get forward. And I think that showed with the opportunities we created. And when you do that, you're always going to, I suppose, leave yourself a little bit open to counter attacks and breaks and things like that. But like I say, in general, that's more like what we are. We're an offensive, free-flowing, forward-thinking team, and we've probably gone away from that last month or so. And we want them to go out and play with their freedom, and they did that, and they get the just desserts for it.
He started James Hardy instead of Danny Lloyd today. He scored and had a fantastic game. Could we see him maintain his starting position in the next few weeks?
Yeah, I mean, when players go in and do well, obviously, like I say, they'll make most of the decisions for us. James is a fantastic footballer, really good footballer. He's a little bit sort of, I suppose, underdeveloped, if you like, physically in terms of the demands of this league, and we've had to be careful with him. He's been patient, but technically he's one of the best players we've got. Fitting him into a system and him working on his end product, if you like, is massively important. Because if you went and watched us train, he would be the one that potentially would stand out with what he gives on the ball, in terms of creating and awareness and ability to pick a pass. What he needs to do on a bigger pitch, if you like, in a full-size adult game is that end product. So again, early on, he's in and should get a shot away if he tries to feint and ends up not getting a shot away. And then, obviously, just before half time, comes inside, gets a strike away, scores. Fantastic little back heel for Richie's goal. And he has an impact on the game because he's a good footballer. So, no, made up for him. Like I say, future is really bright for him. He'll be a good player if he keeps listening and keeps trying to develop as best he can. And I wholly think he's at the right place to do that.
But when Dixon joined in midweek, he's had a good start to his FYLDE career. You mentioned in the story that there might be a few more faces to come in. Is that still the case?
We're looking. We're always looking to strengthen. Again, it seems to be one thing after another at the moment. We obviously go to Nuneaton on Tuesday. Tom was struggling with illness, managed to get through the game. Brad obviously had to come off, he was ill. Again, Tom today's turned up, didn't feel well, so didn't give it a go in the warm-up, wasn't up to it, so we had to make a change there. So we're being set challenges, not only by opposition teams, by our own misfortune, if you like. So we're always, like I say, we're always looking. This is the time of year now where we've been working really hard to see where we need to strengthen, what we need to do, and if we can potentially bring players in that'll help us this year with a view to next year as well, then it would be daft not to. In saying that, lads know that when they go out there, they've got to put in a performance, and ultimately, like I say, they'll make our decisions. If they play well, they'll keep the place, and they've done that today. We've got to now make sure we back that up on Tuesday with another performance and another win, and then Tuesday night, disappointment, if you like, in the manner of a draw at Nuneaton, will look a decent point.
And finally, we'll move back into the playoff places after this result. Do you think that gives us a bit of a psychological boost for Tuesday?
I don't know, a psychological boost. We know where we're at, we know where we need to be. We've 11 games left. It's sort of never always it's over, if you like. We've just got to, like I say, keep producing performances like that. If we do, we're difficult to beat, and more importantly, we're good to watch, and that's what I want to do. I want to see us play with the gusto, if you like, and the ability and the technique that we have, and go and show people that are here and show opposition teams that we're a good side.
Okay, thanks, Chal.
Cheers, thank you.